right, everyone. Welcome back to the Infinite Flight Herald podcast. I'm Brody, the host, and I'm here with my co-host, the aviation underscore YT.
Hello.
All right, hello. He's been recruited to the Infinite Flight Herald to do some of our media stuff, and we'll also be making this video or this audio file into a video for our new YouTube channel. So that's going to be great. So we'll get it started off now and try and get going here. So if you could tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm the aviation. I have a YouTube channel with 86 subscribers. I've loved airplanes for like 5 years now, and I'm actually very new to Infinite Flight.
Cool, thank you. Okay, so I'll go into a couple of questions that I have here. If you know, I don't, if you know the exact day or at least month or so, when did you join the IFC?
November, probably.
Okay, so yeah, okay, well, okay, so you've been here for at least a little bit of time. Well, that's good to hear. Well, glad to have you. This is going to be great. All right, so that's, I think, about all. I will go over a little bit about what you're going to be doing here. So, as I already said, he is going to be doing our media. Um, so he's going to be, as well as one of the other newer members, they're going to be handling all of our social medias, the new YouTube channel, making sure that this podcast, this one in particular as well, are turned into multiple uses rather than just going into Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all of that. So he's going to be doing definitely a lot here, and hopefully stepping up our game with regards to the way that we use the technology and the way that we get things out to people. So with that, we will go into the next portion of the podcast, 22.3. So the new 22.3 update did just come out. We got a new pushback truck for small and medium-sized jets. We got a custom control tower at DXB, Dubai International, and we also got many other additional 3D airports. We also got a homepage interface rework. So, if you want to tell us a little bit about the new pushback truck.
As you can see, it's much, much smaller than the other one. The pictures make it look much bigger, but when you hook it up to the 8220, you're like, wow. It's also very, very detailed.
Okay, yeah. So, going off of kind of, if you guys also read our articles, you'll see that we did write an article about this as well. So it's to for the last when we saw the pushback truck come in the last update, it was a lot larger. So if you remember, if you would hook it up to something maybe like a CRJ or a Dash 8, it would likely cut into the front of the fuselage. Now, this doesn't happen, and you can actually accommodate those smaller aircraft with this pushback truck. So version 1 included a pushback truck for aircraft over 100,000 pounds, maximum takeoff weight. So this one will accommodate those more single aisle airliners.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I know I'm definitely glad to see that because I fly more regional and short haul, so I'm not much of a long haul guy myself. So moving into the new Dubai Tower model. So as we know, in an effort for Infinite Flight to make the game more realistic, Infinite Flight has added much more improved 3D models for one of the busiest and most well-known towers, which is Dubai International. This one is amazing. It surely does catch the attention of everyone who will fly into here. I have flown into here a couple times throughout the update, and I have been nothing but amazed. Definitely great to see, and very, very glad that I can finally fly in and there's a nice, beautiful custom tower. So, we do have some new airports in that are 3D in update 22.3. We got 24 new airports. We're starting to, in all of these updates, see anywhere from about 20 to maybe 35 airports. It just kind of depends on the sizes of the airports and also how much time in between the updates. I won't be reading them off all of them, but if you do, you can go ahead and check out our article. It is linked on our IFC post as well as on below this video, actually, and in the link if you're watching. And okay, so we'll start off. So we did get CYYT, which is St. John's International. I know a lot of people were glad to see that one. We got Nairobi Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Kenya. We got KALB Albany International. I know I had a couple of friends who were definitely excited about that. We got KJAC Jackson Hole. That's in Wyoming, if you don't know. That one was one that I personally really like to see, as it is kind of more of an area that I fly in, and kind of more focus on that area. KSMO, Santa Monica Municipal. This is one of your larger municipal airports that are very, 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 very densely packed as far as aircraft go. So it's definitely good to see. And I know I've noticed a lot more GA flying around that area. We got Toulouse-Blagnac, which is in France, and that's where Airbus manufactures their aircraft. We got Panama, Pacifico International in Panama. That one was great to see. We got Hong Kong International, VHHH, in, well, Hong Kong. So that was also great to see and very exciting. All right. So going on to the last part of this podcast. So we did see that, I don't know if you noticed this. I know this was definitely something that wowed me when I got straight into this update, was the new home interface rework. Now, I hadn't read our own article before I saw this, so I didn't know that this was even added. So, as Infinite Flight does think ahead, into the company's future, they do need to kind of future-proof their app, meaning, well, they need to make it more modern to fit the time. We've had the old design for quite a while, and I think it was definitely time for a refresh. Now, the refresh that they did to it, I'm not that much of a fan of. It's still kind of driving me crazy with the way of navigation, but that's all right. So, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, there's a lot of different updates to the home screen, such as, for example, whether you're flying on solo, flying online, or controlling, that's going to be on the bottom toolbar now versus clicking it on the right and then going through a couple of different menus. It's all in one menu. So that does make it nice, but sometimes can feel a bit compacted depending on the device. So that does sum up 22.3. Definitely glad to see Infinite Flight making some new improvements, and hopefully we'll get something more in the next update. Maybe E175? I don't know. We'll see. All right. Do you have anything?
No.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right. So, that does, like I said, sum up 22.3. All right. So this is bringing us to the end of this little bit on the shorter side podcast, but definitely packed full of information. So, I'd like to thank the Aviation YT for joining me today, and also for being part of the Infinite Flight Herald / Touchdown Zone team. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then thank you to all of our amazing journalists and staff members over at the Infinite Flight Herald, as well as the Touchdown Zone. Thank you really just to the whole organization as a whole. Thank you to you guys who are listening to this for listening to our podcast. That definitely does help us a bit, as it kind of gets our name out and can keep you guys informed of every single thing that happens in the infinite flight world that you need to know about. All right. So, and if you are interested in joining our team, you can find, if you go on the Infinite Flight community, if you just search Infinite Flight Herald, you will find our new thread, which has all of our articles which are posted on it. So if you don't, if you don't have like an email or something that which you can have it subscribe to, then you can go ahead and check here and set notifications on that if you want. Or you can go into our Substack and subscribe to our email list, and you will get an email every single time we publish an article. The last thing I'd like to bring up is that if you're interested in writing for the Infinite Flight Heralds or being part of these podcasts, so we have a bunch of different opportunities open at the moment, and we'll try and get you what you want. So if you're interested in doing anything from, maybe it's media, marketing, writing, publishing, editing, any of that, even Discord server maintenance, I mean, we need it. So if you're interested, then make sure that you go into that, and there are many links where you can find. There is a form, a Google form linked, where you can fill out the Infinite Flight Herald writer application. And just because it is a writer application doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be a writer, but that is what we call our people here at the Infinite Flight Herald, which is an extension of TDZ. So that's about it. Just fill out all that stuff if you are interested, and we hope to see you here soon. All right. As I said, don't forget to subscribe to our email list for constant updates and
For the channel.
or the new YouTube channel. Yeah, we will have the new YouTube channel coming out very soon. So, or both, because we won't have as many podcasts as articles. But yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.